Morning on Daybreak, law enforcement in Harrison, Arkansas is awaiting the results of an autopsy on a body found in an area close to where a couple was last seen. And we're continuing to follow a developing story in Branson after a vehicle hit and killed a person and injured two others at the landing. Plus, despite interest in a second city utility solar farm, the company says the project not happening anytime soon. We'll bring you all those stories and more this morning on Daybreak. Well, good morning and thanks for joining us. It's Tuesday, February 5th. I'm Lauren Barnes. Joe has the day off today. Meteorologist Elisa Raffa, though, is here with me this morning, and I have to say, definitely not as nice as yesterday.
Yeah, you could definitely feel the difference. Even yesterday afternoon, it was funny because I ran some errands, and I was like, boy, you could tell the cold front came through. You could feel how much colder it was.
Yeah, you sure could. I took Jax for a walk, and I was like, wow, I missed this morning at 3 a.m.
We tumbled very quickly yesterday, so temperatures, again, starting out much colder. We're starting out in the 30s. Ooh. With some cloud, almost tripped. We're starting out in the 30s with some cloud cover this morning. 34 degrees in Springfield with that east wind at 8 miles per hour and some cloud cover out there. We do have some patchy fog out there as well. A mile visibility in Fort Leonard Wood and Camdenton and 4 miles in Springfield. So we've got the cloud cover out there this morning. We'll keep it as we head through the afternoon. Temperatures much colder than they were this time yesterday by about 25 to 35 degrees behind that cold front. It's 34 in Springfield, 28 in Rowlett, 40 in West Plains, and 42 in Mountain Home. Winds are out of the north and east. We'll start to get a southerly wind as we head through the day today, and that will help us get more mild as we head through the day again. So some fog concerns and dry roads this morning, wet roads as we head through the evening commute. We'll have some showers arrive later on this afternoon and evening, so you might need the umbrella by dismissal, but we'll really see that increase as we head into tonight. We're looking at a marginal severe threat on Wednesday. We've got to detail all modes of severe weather possible. Details on that in 10 minutes.
Law enforcement in Harrison, Arkansas found human remains along Crooked Creek yesterday. The body was found in brush and debris on the southeast bank of the creek near McDonald Road. The body will be sent for an autopsy, but while there's no positive ID, we do know that a Harrison couple has been missing for 2 months now. John and Amy Valines were last seen when their car washed away in Crooked Creek's floodwaters on November 30th. The Boone County Sheriff told the Harrison Daily Times it's possible the body found is John Valines, but a crime lab will make that final determination. In your Right to Know file, a man missing for about 2 weeks was found dead yesterday. 65-year-old Doug Shaddix has been missing since late January. His body was found just under a mile from his home. Our previous reporting states Shaddix could have been experiencing a medical emergency when he went missing. Newton County Sheriff Glenn Wheeler says the body will be sent to a crime lab for an autopsy. Bringing crime into focus, a Mountain Grove man charged in the death of 2 people from West Plains has pleaded guilty to reduced charges. Adam Housley pleaded guilty Friday to 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. He had originally been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. Housley drove his semi-truck into the back of another vehicle on US 60, causing that vehicle to become wedged between Housley's semi-truck and another semi-truck. Housley will be sentenced on May 15th. In a developing story on this Tuesday morning about the victims involved in a deadly crash at the shopping hub in Branson, 3 people were hit by a pickup truck while crossing the street at the Branson Landing Boulevard and Main Street. It happened around 8 Saturday night. Laura Kearns was taken to the hospital after the crash but later died. Her husband, Greg Kearns, was injured and at last check is in critical condition but recovering from surgery. Greg is a Missouri State Highway Patrol trooper with the Major Crash Investigation Unit. Another woman was also hit by the truck and was hurt. We know the driver is from Hollister and is cooperating with investigators. Sergeant Stanley Kaufman with the Branson Police Department told us there were no signs of impairment. He said the pedestrians were on a crosswalk when the crash happened.
It's a difficult thing when somebody you know that is directly know and work for has been involved, but that's not a big concern for us. We just want to determine why the accident occurred and what happened.
Branson police are asking anyone who saw what happened to call Sergeant Kaufman. Kaufman says pedestrian accidents are not common in Branson, usually seeing only 5 or 6 a year. At that specific intersection, they have had about 25 accidents in the last 10 years. A traffic alert with some good news. Traffic will hopefully become a bit smoother in Branson as the city recently announced it will work with MoDOT to upgrade all traffic signals in the city. With the help of more than $300,000, the signal upgrades plan to decrease traffic congestion and improve citizen safety. When upgrades are complete, the traffic signals will be managed by the Transportation Management Center of the Ozarks, so the signals can be adjusted in real time. All upgrades should be completed within the next year. And in your education coverage, fewer high school students in Springfield are graduating on time. The Springfield News Leader reports graduation rates among Springfield High Schools slipped in 2018 from 88% in 2017 to 85.7%. Superintendent John Jungman is hoping to solve this problem by creating a new task force that would identify gaps, review strategies, and reallocate resources to help students graduate on time. Here's a look at the graduation rates for all Springfield high schools. You can see Kickapoo has the highest graduation rate at more than 95%. However, Hillcrest falling in at the bottom there with the lowest rate of about 73%. Well, our courageous conversation continues. Springfield school officials are hoping you will approve a $168 million bond to help renovate schools. But we're asking if it's a bond issue or a big bind. Tonight on Color 10 News at 10, you'll hear from Chris Gregory, who has been a parent or teacher at Boyd Elementary for 15 years.
If you love history, it's a great building to be able to be here and enjoy that part of it. But as a teacher, there are lots of things that kind of hinder us in the way we can do things.
We'll take a look at several schools, though, that district officials say are in particular need. Boyd Elementary is about a century old, and the only bathrooms are in the basement. We'll also explain why teachers at Sunshine Elementary say security upgrades are desperately needed. You can catch that story tonight at 10 and tomorrow morning right here on Daybreak. Still ahead for you on Daybreak, Super Bowl ratings are in. We'll tell you how many people tuned into the big game Sunday night. Up next in your Money Watch report.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.